Hi everyone, it's e.willz, your favorite rapper, producer, singer, content creator, YouTuber, videographer, the most beautiful woman alive, super intelligent, super business savvy individual. Um, I live in the end, so I say all these things. I am your favorite independent artist. Um, I wanted to record a weekly vlog like I have been. Um, because I just have just unashamedly, unabashedly been believing in myself lately. I believe I deserve the very best. I believe that God is within me. I've talked a bit about like the spiritual journey I've had in the past like 2 years ish. And it has been it has been a journey because it started with believing that, going from like I didn't believe in God at all to God was this thing outside of me that I needed to serve to I needed to listen to other individuals to tell me what my relationship with God should look like, to realizing that I am the God of my reality and that God is within all of us, that there is a universal human consciousness and that we are all an expression of God and God is within us. And God wants us to live our highest timeline, and that's up to us. But our reality is always our fault, good and bad. I've been watching a lot of Sammy Ingram, shout out. um, but wow, it's really crazy because it's like all of us have this power within us to have our life, our reality be however we want it to be. We can actually have anything we want in this life, truly, anyone can. Most people just do not realize that, and that's crazy. I didn't for the longest time get that like at all. But my life is like completely up to me. Most people don't get that at all. At all. We don't have to, just live our life making our parents happy or our community happy or like society happy, whatever we're conditioned to be told is like correct for us. And by the way, people pleasing is self abandonment disguised as comfort. I've been telling this to people over and over and over and over and over again. People pleasing is self abandonment disguised as comfort, you know? And if you have relationships with people based off of how much you love them rather than like what is their frequency at currently, that is self abandonment. That's people pleasing and it's self abandonment. It's great to be a kind hearted person who loves deeply. Trust me, I know. And I wrote lyrics recently about how, because I used to be like discarded and distanced from by other people when I wasn't doing well, understandably. I always thought that if I was the person who was in the position of elevation and I was leaving relationships because they weren't up to my higher standards, like I thought that if it was the other way around, if it was ever the other way around, that I would feel some level of like vindication leaving people behind like that or distancing myself from people. I don't feel a level of vindication. I really don't. It really sucks to have to cut people off who you care about. All because their frequency is not matching yours anymore. All because you're aware of the different dimensions. You're aware of that anyone can elevate their frequency, and then there's other people who aren't aware of that and they're at a very low frequency and they mean well. Like they truly, a lot of them do mean well. I've been that person too. And it fucking sucks. It fucking sucks. I don't feel any vindication. I don't feel like that's the thing too. And I feel like, from my perspective, when I was distanced from by other people, when people had to cut me out because I was at a low frequency and I was going to hold them back, I feel like a lot of those people didn't have the like level of like, I don't know, remorse or like feel like that pang in their conscience the way I do now when I have to distance myself from people. I guess that says a lot about them, but I actually don't know. I don't know what goes on in other people's heads truly, but I don't know. I feel more deeply about it and I feel more sorry and bad about it than a lot of the people who previously discarded me. Not that I'm discarding anyone, but I just understand that like frequency, like you have to really observe people's frequency, observe their habits as far as like where they're at, because like well-meaning people who love you, who love them, who love you, who you love them, can really drag you down if they're not aware of like habits and frequency and stuff. And so I guess I just wanted to talk about that because like I've had to cut some people off recently and it doesn't feel good. It doesn't. I want them to be in my life. I do. And it also annoys me because I feel like people from my past didn't feel that same level of like remorse or anything about it. Like, so whatever, but maybe I'm just like a deep feeler. But like I just do affirmations 10 minutes straight, 10 minutes straight. I rampage with affirmations. I do subliminals every single night, and I'm just so proud of the person that I am becoming. Like, holy crap, I never ever thought I could be this person. I never thought I could have high standards. I never thought, I had, just resigned, that I was just not going to finish my college degree. Now I'm finishing my college degree after 5 years off. I have a business with, my music and content, and I have a day job as well, seriously, I've never elevated my life anywhere like this before, and it's just getting better and better every single day. Time is not real. You do not have to wait a bunch of time to accomplish giant goals. You have no idea. The unseen is more real than the seen. To some people, this is going to sound crazy. None of it's going to make sense, and that's okay. I'm at peace with that because for a long time, I didn't understand any of this stuff. Once I started to understand it, though, I really, really, really got it. And it's something that I work at all the time. I talked about Sammy Ingram. I also talked about Bob Proctor. I watch his videos like all the time. Your life can literally be anything you want it to be. It can literally be anything you want it to be. You just have to live in the I am to live in the end. Um yeah, but I guess I want to talk about, so I have my Avoidant Attachment music video is dropping this Friday, 12/12. Keep an eye out for that. I'm making like a longer movie out of the You'll Be Back but By Then I Won't Care EP with the other song as well. Um Farquad music video is on the way as well. There's so many projects. Like I also have been so blessed recently since I've elevated myself. The creativity, all these creative projects and ideas are just like flowing through me, and it is amazing. Um, yeah, I just feel like certain things that used to phase me with people when I was younger and before I understood all this stuff, I just don't care anymore. Like I would rather spend my time alone than in bad company, which is, I used to just get so much FOMO and be so afraid of ever having to be alone. But I relish in my peace and my alone time now. I would not want to waste that time hanging out with people who are unhealthy, who are just gonna drag me down, just so I don't have to be alone. Um, my skincare routine is just like perfect, not perfect, but I mean it's just so good right now. Like it is perfect. I'm gonna speak that over myself. My skincare routine is perfect and magical and awesome. Um, yeah, I just physically feel so good. I look better than I ever have in my whole life, and I get hotter every single day. And I don't know, I just feel like I'm on a high vibration. Like I don't believe negative things about myself anymore. I don't care to. I don't care to engage in self-help cults, shall we say, that have people speaking negativity over themselves, in place, those places just had no one had the life that I wanted for myself, not even the people who were supposedly doing the best. So I won't get into that. I saw a TikToker say, God bless this matrix. God bless that matrix of a cult. That's all I'm gonna say about it. God bless that matrix of a cult. Um yeah, but I'm just really proud of the artist I am as of right now. And it just gets better every single day. Everything gets better every single day. I'm always, because I'm getting more intelligent every single day. That's how that works. I do not want to go to the past. I do not want to be the person I was 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 2 years ago, 1 year ago. I love the present moment. It is really, truly such a gift. And I love my little dog, as you see. And yeah. I like filming these video vlogs periodically. That's about it, I think. say your affirmations, take your birth control, just focus on what you want, because what you focus on becomes your reality. Focus on the positive, focus on what you want for your life. Anything negative, just observe it and say, God bless that matrix, because that's what's working for me right now. I also know that I don't know what I don't know. So maybe I don't know exactly what works for you, but that's what works for me. But yeah, keep an eye out for my music video dropping this Friday on e.willz Vivo. It'll be linked below. Bye.